Alpha male. Okay, so we know what an alpha male is, but what's a sigma male? A sigma male is somebody who does their own thing and have their own goals and don't need to ask permission to do so. As an example, you have people that have done their own thing. Now, you might not think like Mr. Beast is a sigma male, but it kind of is in a way. So is also PewDiePie and other people that are on social media that have done their own trailblazing and made success for themselves, and they need no permission from their family or friends or have their mom subscribe. Stop that. So I'm going to give an example of people that I believe are sigma males and what are the characteristics of it. So come with me. Okay. I have been owning a business as a business partner for many years. And now why I say that, it's basically that I have usually turned So as you can see, that's the point. These guys started small and they grew, okay? And Calvin Kupernak is another vlogger that I enjoy watching. It's Tom Stefanik. If you don't know who Tom Stefanik is, he's a Canadian that's from Winnipeg that has moved to New York City twice thanks to the pandemic. All he does is make videos, buying sneakers, buying clothes, traveling the world pre-pandemic, buying bougie fake stuff in Hong Kong, in the Philippines, in Canada. He's been all over. But he just doesn't do that. He's made millions of dollars, Canadian money and American money, creating his own empire. Okay, so you got to remember that. So when you are a sigma male, you have to think, what are my goals? I'll give you an example of what my goals were as of last year. My goals were a couple years ago to reach 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours, which I did. Okay, very simple. I was able to do that. It took about a year, and then I had to deal with a couple things that I wasn't familiar with, such as like copyright music, stuff like that. Now you're going to say, but you should know better. You're learning the curve how to work with social media, especially with YouTube, that all the rules change. And being a sigma male is somebody who pays attention to what's going on, their environment, and they're able to adapt. Okay, as an example, adapt with social media, with YouTube, the sensitivity of race, the sensitivity of sexual ID, things like that. You have to do that. If you're not going to do that, well, you're going to be banned, blocked, and perhaps even sued on social media. You got to remember that. It has nothing to do with politics. That's how the world is. When I grew up as a teenager, that's not how it was. But I had to learn. I had to adapt. So that's what we have to do these days. So you got to remember that very much, and that's what you have to do. I'll give an example. I did a video that got very popular. You might not be able to see it here. That's because thanks to the hackers, they hacked. And sigma male has to adapt. They hacked. They deleted all my videos. I had to be persistent to fight my dream to keep on going. And I've heard stuff from the police. I called the police. They haven't done much. They haven't done stuff. Okay, granted, I know they're very busy and all, but that's the result of it. You got to fight for yourself. And if you're going to do that, it's basically that. You have to go for your dreams. I was able to have so many items gifted, and I'm not showing off. I'm telling you, if you can dream it, it could happen. I was able to get this beautiful, I'm going to show you right now, this beautiful ring light, and I'm not kidding here. See the ring light? See how nice it is? It's a nice ring light, right? It's really nice. So I was able to get it from a company in Taiwan, and they didn't just give me that. I got 2 square lights that are perfect. Ooh, we got an issue here. Hold on. There we go. Which is perfect for doing gaming, and I still have it. They was able to give me this, which is really cool, and let's see what else I was able to get. Well, I can't rip that out. Let's see what else. Oh, here. I was able to get this. Just be patient. This is a microphone set that I should be using, but I'm not because I'm just using this because it's simplifying my life. Here. I was able to be gifted this. It's $100 plus. Okay, this microphone, it came with it as $100. I was able to get more microphones. And I was able to keep one for travel. And they gave me this thanks to Power Device. I really appreciate it. They work great. Power Device is an awesome company to work with and collaborate with. So big shout out to them. I was able to do that. I was able to work with merch. I was able to even get Air Dior's, real Air Dior's. If the box was damaged and they're able to give it to me, I did a review. I was able to get clothes for, not just for me, but do giveaways, which I have, which it doesn't exist because the videos are gone. But just because the videos were gone doesn't mean I stopped and died. You can't do that. You got to push forward. In fact, I'm not just doing this YouTube channel, I'm doing TikTok. Rizzle is my biggest subscriber / followers, and I have 40,000, okay? Here I have, what, 11,300 plus subscribers here on YouTube. TikTok, I have like, I don't know, 8,300. And not much on Instagram, it's like 1,700, 1,800. So it's growing. But the point what I'm trying to say, follow your passion. My passion has to do with treasure. My passion has to do with history, to preserve history, to do the things I need to do to move it forward and pass it to the next generation. I have that responsibility, not as just as that as an individual, but also for the next generation, whether it be my own children or my own grandchildren or yours. And that's what I like to do. I like to travel. Unfortunately, thanks to the pandemic, you're not able to travel. And yeah, you'll be able to go to Europe and, you know, a couple of countries that don't allow it. And because of that, you just got to be very, very, very patient with this. And am I vaccinated? The answer is no. I am waiting to know what is allowed in a certain country to get vaccinated so I can enter it with my work, but also with this. I'm going to bring you with me. I just can't wait to do that because I'm going to show you how to live the daily life there, how much it's going to cost as an expat to live there. Granted, I won't be an expat, at least what I believe I'm not going to be, but my point, what I'm trying to say, I can't wait to show you that and experience it myself with you. It's not just me. It's me showing you what I'm experiencing, and you can do it too. You can go there too as well. You got to remember that. I remember when I was in high school and I met the world-renowned Dr. Eugene Lyon, who helped Mel Fisher discover the Etosha down in Key West. That's worth $1 billion. It's $1 billion wreck. If you add all the money and everything sold, books, clothes, food, everything in Key West, it's over $1 billion in today's money. Okay, Dr. Eugene Lyon, who passed away unfortunately last May at 91 years old, helped Mel Fisher discover the Etosha with a map. He went to Spain, went to National Archives, translated the map, and it showed where the mother lode or where the most of the treasure was. Okay, that was a dream, was to meet him and to do what he did because he traveled. What a young family. He was married with kids in high school, and they all graduated, and obviously they all became very successful with their occupation. He has done that. He's been knighted. I mean, you know anyone that's been knighted? I know 2 people have been knighted. Crazy as that is, in fact, I might know a couple more people that have been knighted, and on the top of my head I can't remember, but not ordinaries is everything just to be honored by, you know, the king or the queen, but it's to travel, that travel experience. Whatever you're into, if you're into Legos, put it on social media. And you gotta remember, you have an issue that has to do with kids. So why am I bringing this up? It's very simple. I'm an alpha male, at least I thought I was, until I kept on reading about books, how to be great, a YouTube, you know, video and editor, and you know, that's special thanks to Think Media. I downloaded the free ebook. I've been reading about that. I've been reading another book too. Top of my head, I can't remember because I have 1,000 things happening in my life. What's going on? I have an 87-year-old grandmother who's living with us, and I had several family members that had to step out to see other family members. And I'm basically the cook, the chef, you know, the caretaker. So I'm dealing with it. And it's a blessing to help my grandmother, and that's what a Sigma male does. Alpha male doesn't want to do that. Sigma male is going to take care of their family. They're going to do that. They're going to be the protector. The person who's going to think outside the box, whether that's reselling shoes or going to Goodwill and flipping things or doing what I'm doing. Okay, so you have these traits of a Sigma male, you know, and I don't even know that I was a Sigma male until I recognized it this year. You know, I don't have much friends, and I'm just coming with you personally. I can count on my head how many friends that I have that are my age, and it's not a few. But then it's not a lot either. You know, I can count, I have, I don't know, 10, 12, okay? And some of these people I don't know personally. We write to each other. We communicate to each other. We're in almost the same vibe. I got one guy that owns a treasure company. He's a year younger than me. I have another guy who's a couple years older than me. He lives in Asia. Same with another guy. And they're friends too. You know, and then I have a friend who's my age. He lives in Ireland, okay? He's a couple years older than me. And, you know, we get along. I have another friend who's a pilot. He's traveled the world. And it's great. And I've known him since 2004. Or 2005 actually, and we're best friends. I've known him, and we've been through many crazy things together, going through New Mexico and having natural disasters. In Utah, of all places, a tornado. We dealt with it. We went through a hurricane, you know, Hurricane Wilma together here in South Florida. That's what a Sigma male does. A Sigma male is basically somebody who puts it all down, what the goals are. Your goal is to get a ring light. Well, guess what? You're going to save money. If it takes a year, you're going to get the best ring light that you can afford. Okay? Never say, I can't afford. Say, what are my goals are. Okay? I never thought I was able to get a MacBook Pro at my age. Yeah, okay, I understand there's, you know, people in their 20s or even teenagers or little children have it. But the circumstances I was at, and I had to set myself up to be where I'm at now, and it took that patience to get that I can afford it. Okay, so I do have a MacBook Pro. I'm blessed to have that. I'm blessed to have, I don't know, you know, Easy's, you know. For those that like Easy's, I have the Easy 350 Israel reflectors. Okay, that was gifted to me. But I have it, and I haven't worn it. Why I haven't worn it? That's another story. I'm planning to set up a cool place that I'm planning to buy an extra room or something like that, an extra bedroom, and set it up like that so that I can do vlogging, you know, pretty good on this. And, you know, a Sigma male is somebody that reached their goals. I was able to get these paintings, you know, and build myself up the things that I want and the things I wanted to learn. I have so many books. You don't believe me I have books? I have so many books. Look, I'm going to show you. Look at it. Now I have a Christmas tree up, and I'll explain that. I thought I was going to be moving, and we put it up because we couldn't find the box. I have so many books, and so many ebooks that I read, and so many audio books I listen to. I have this, if in case my AirPod Pro, I picked it up for like $20 in clearance from iWorld at Ross. And you go say, why are you going to use that? Well, you can use AirPods. Well, the AirPod Pros, they die. This was gifted me, they die. Now, so, you know, I'm not going to open it up because it's going to turn it on, but they are. And, oh, by the way, I got this like at, I believe I got this at Burlington. It's not Code Factory, but Burlington. You know, you're able to do the things you need to do. I wanted an Apple Watch. Somehow, the universe was able to allow me to have an Apple Watch. My next item I'm planning to get to unbox it will be pretty cool. I did film my old iPhone, which I'm using now, which is the iPhone 10. Unboxing that, so I don't know what I want to see an iPhone 10 that's unboxed, but I'm just telling you guys, that's how you have to do. You got to be patient, especially if you're young. My best invest that I have is to invest into Robinhood, invest into Cash App. That's what you can do. It's $5 free. They give it to you. Now, the difference is with Robinhood, what I understand, what I read up on, I have codes. So if you want to join, I get money and so do you. And so I'm building myself up to get to a credit that I like to use for stock, I guess. That's how it goes. So I have links and you can sign up for free. Download the app for iOS and Android. Same thing with Cash App. The only issue with Cash App, what I understand, I read up on, is if you're going to be trading things or buying Bitcoin, they're going to charge you. And also, they're going to charge if you are under a certain amount of money. They're going to charge you if you're going to be putting it in your bank. And yes, there's cards to go with it. And just to let you know, I'll put the links below if you're interested. And you got to have a hobby. You have to have a passion. And besides history, my passion is cooking, obviously eating, and traveling. I've been to Disney World. I've been to, so many other parks. SeaWorld. I've been to Universal Studios here in Orlando. I've been to Knott's Landing, which is in Chicago. There's one in also California I never went to. I've been to Kings Isle. I've been to Cedar Point. Six Flags Great America in Gurnee, Illinois, where I'm originally from. I've been to that. I've been to all the games, like, the Bears game, which I'm originally from Chicago, the Blackhawks up in Chicago and here. And I've been able to experience that. And thanks to my brother, who's a couple of years younger than me, he's actually 12 years younger than me. He's a professional dancer. And I had so many opportunities and being blessed to not just enjoy, but to have him with me. And I've been blessed to learn a new language, and I'm able to learn Spanish in high school and still pick it up. But, I'm fluent in Portuguese is my second language because my dad, who passed away about 10 years ago, is from Brazil, or was from Brazil. And Spanish I had to learn in high school, but I am learning other languages. I am picking up Tagalog a little bit, and Italian and French. And it's just something to do. It's a language that I'm familiar with most of the words, that I understand. Italian, I can read fluent. French, I'm pretty good at reading it, speaking it. Italian would come out more smoother than French, but I'm learning. And the other thing a Sigma male does is that they're basically, like I said, goal-driven. And they do it, whether if it's owning a small store and selling vacuums, if that's what you want to do, and you're happy, you could be the most wealthiest and happiest person doing that. And you can't compare yourself to other people. You just can't. It's not like a Madden game that you're going to compare Patrick Mahomes to Tom Brady. Doesn't work that way, you guys. I'm just being brutally honest with you. You want help, you want to understand what's going on. I have some experience. I have never traveled internationally, but I know people that have. I've worked with people from different races, different cultures, and that's the other thing. If you're a single male, you got to keep your temper on the low. Now, there's a way to show your temper, but respectfully, that you strongly disagree without being offensive. Now, if they're offended by anything, they're a snowflake. Don't deal with people like that. If you're hanging around with people that have criminal records, smoking pot, doing stuff like that, playing Call of Duty, and they're like 35 years old, and they don't have a job, find new friends. People usually that stick together are about, give or take, about the same interest as well as intelligence. Scientists say. I've been reading up on it, and it's quite interesting. There's a couple articles I've been reading about that. And the other thing is to get in health. That's the most golden thing. I shedded, I was up to almost 200, 189. I'm 158, so I've lost 31 pounds, and how I've been doing it is diet. It's very hard to lose the gut. The gut goes away last. And boxing, I got a big boxing punching bag in my garage that I do, and I do that. And basically that's the cool part of it, is to learn. And that's the best advice I can give you. I don't know how else I can give you great advice. There is a book by a business partner that I know. It's Finding Your Treasure Without Losing Yourself. It's by Mark Grenade and Chris Grenade. They're two brothers, and they're the people that I work with Grow Inc. And you can pick up the book for $24 on Amazon, and I'll put a link over there. You got to hear their story. It's amazing. It will show you that you go up and down in life. They have to build themselves up a couple of times, and you're going to be in that scenario. Then you're going to be knocked down off of the top, and you got to climb yourself up again. There's that. There's health. I almost got killed with chicken pox about 10 years ago, thanks to my baby brother. Granted, he's not a baby anymore, but younger. My only brother, he had chicken pox. I was in the hospital for a month and a half almost. And I had so many scars, and I still have a scar here. And I think I have one here or something like that that's hidden by my facial hair, my beard. But I was in the hospital with 105 fever, and I looked like the Exorcist girl. It was terrible. But guess what? I fought back. Why? Because I had the will to live. And I prayed. And I don't know if you're religious or not. If you're religious, great. I prayed and asked for inspiration from the doctors. And that's what I did. And if you're not religious and you're atheist, think positive thoughts. There's other ways to do it. And it worked. Now, it doesn't work for everybody. Just because you pray doesn't mean you're going to live or you're going to be healed. You got to remember that too. And whether if you believe in the universe or God, sometimes you need the mercy of that, right? And, the next thing I'm going to say is you can't be obsessed with things. Meaning, you can't let the sub-count control you. And you can't allow social media to control you. If you're going to be with people that you love and take care for and in a relationship, you got to balance it. And sometimes they don't want to be part of that life that you are showing on social media. And why I say that, because I have a brother that, like I said, who's been on there, and I've been like poking him, you better go and do this, you better do this. He's tired. He doesn't want to do that. He's done that. He's done Coke commercials. He's danced for Latin Grammys. He's met Ricky Martin and other people and danced for Enrique Iglesias and done a Paris Hilton charity. He's done that. He's tired. And would he be better than me? Probably would. He probably would smoke it. He probably would have 1 million subscribers. Just because the candor he has and the influence he has as a person, he's a good person. I know my sister would do the same. She would do it good. And she's not interested in it. My mom has done some acting, and she's done things in the back for, like Donny Osmond and Marie Osmond and other things. Like she's met Elvis Presley and stuff like that. And she's done that. She's did as a talent scout and own her own company and studio. She's done. She's retired. She had it. And she was really shocked that me, the shy person, would be doing that. But I had the drive to do it. I had the earning and the desire to do it, which is the same thing, but it could be two separate things, depending how you view it. And I just wanted to show, let's see what happens if I did do it. How successful would I be? Now, if you're not successful and you're still enjoying it, just do it. If that's where your passion is, eventually something will catch on and something would be viral. You got to remember that. It just takes one video to go viral. Very simple, Look, I have a challenge for you. Look up a famous YouTuber and go on videos, and I click the most views. Go to the oldest videos and watch them. Look, if you could talk as good as them in their first videos, which they would tell you they were awfully bad, or the worst of their videos, and you can do just as good as that, or a little bit better, you have an equal shot and an equal opportunity to be just as good as they are, if not better, if you put your mind to it and figure it out. There is always an option and always a way to do it. You have to remember that. And I don't mean to be talking out of my behind. I'm just being brutally honest with you. So if you want to be the next Jose Zuniga, don't be. be the next person that you are. And you got to have that faith in yourself, that whether if it's even, you know, replica shoes, replica clothes, if that's what you're into, show it. Okay? Now, you got to be careful because you don't want to have some interest. If you want to deal with music and you don't like what YouTube gives you with the music, the playlist, there's other ways to do it. You can work with people on SoundCloud that are artists. I've worked with somebody who's in Australia, and he's very talented. And his name is Lil Wana, and he's Australian, and he does it in several languages, and that's how he got me to learn Tagalog, because he was serving a LDS or a Mormon, also officially a mission from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints a couple of years ago. And he's like, hey, you gotta, if you know Spanish, you know Portuguese, you gotta learn Tagalog. And I've been picking it up. Also Chivano, which is a mixture between Spanish or Mexican Spanish and some words in the local dialect, which is more to the southwestern part of the Philippines. You know, so learn that. I'm able to read Dutch, at least a little bit of it with my work. I'm able to pick up some old Gaelic. I can understand Gaelic, old Portuguese, and it's fun. It's something I like. It's not a job. It's a passion that I have. Now, some days you're going to be like, oh my goodness, I'm tired, you know, of course. So you're going to have that. So the best thing I can give you is do that. And subscribe to this channel if I haven't told you already. Help me out. I'd be eternally grateful for you to subscribe and like this video. And if you want more videos like this, I'll be doing it. Thank you very much. God bless.